Keep it going, bro. You're the only one not clapping. Keep it going, dude. It's the only one. He was like, I'm not. Everyone else is clapping for me. No, I'll do it. You're a little offbeat. Welcome. Keep it going for this guy. You're great, dude. Hey, I like it already. Welcome to an evening of at Hollywood Stands Up, an evening with Adam Harrington, huh? Matt Harris, Scout DURWOOD, and the real overexcited dude right there in the corner. Real overexcited. And my boys, LMNOP! That's it. I'm your host, DARREN CAPOZZI. Question, any East Coasters here? All right, let me ask you guys a question. Are you guys sick and tired of the people that grew up in California who thinks it gets cold after it gets below 65 degrees? I mean, I grew up in New Jersey, guys. Do you guys know how cold it gets this time of year in New Jersey? This is how cold it gets. You'll drop your house keys in the snow and be like, yeah, fuck it, I'll get a new house. I'll figure it out later. It gets so cold, you talk to the cold weather like it's a bully beating you up. You're like, come on, Jesus, leave me alone. Get home. God. Any questions? I recently was back in Jersey, and I went back for my high school reunion, 10, 20-year high school reunion. And you guys watch the Jersey Shore, right? Anyone Jersey Shore? Well, I went to high school with all those retards, okay? But I've been out here for 10 years, and I forget. And here's the one thing about Italians from New Jersey. They can't remember any specific important date in their life unless their sports team did something that year. I was hanging out at my reunion, and this one guy, Vinny, big Guido, he's all wasted, and his wife was gorgeous. So I was like, yo, Vinny, man, how did you meet your wife, Vanessa? How did you meet this chick? And he's like, oh, yeah, I got it. Let's see. It was Game 7, 2001. Yankees versus Arizona. Mariana was having the fucking hottest time closing. Oh, next thing I know, it's a bloop single over his head. Bada bing, bada bang. Arizona wins the championship. I'm at a strip club. That's where I met Vanessa. She was known as champagne back then, but that's neither here nor there. Don't any of you fuckers ask for a slap dance! Any of you guys got tattoos? Is this going in and out, or am I having a stroke? It's going, okay, I'm not having a stroke? Because I was like, okay, am I stroking it up, or is it's going in and out? Fucking Christ. I was like, here we go. Whoa. Man. It's funny you said it, man. What's this guy doing? He's eating on stage. What's up, fucker? Why should you take a fucking nap? Should I roll a rollerbed way to bed, dude? Excuse me, your set sucks, dude. Let me get back to making you death. This side, I got it. This side, no fucking clue. It just went, jump. What the hell was I talking about? Why are you looking at me like you see dead people, bro? What is that about? Is this like new boyfriend, girlfriend? It's old? Because you guys are touching like your new boyfriend and girlfriend, dude. Like if you're together like 6 months, like, don't even touch me. Sit over there. Or is that just me? Tattoos. You guys got tattoos? I think tattoos are getting out of hand. Okay? I think people are confusing tattoos with journaling. Like, it used to be simple in the 50s. You got like an anchor and a heart and you're out the fucking door, right? But my one buddy at the reunion, he had so many tattoos and he was showing them off and he's like, hey, you check this out. What's this over here? No, it's not a picture of my family. It's a picture of the Golden Girls, season 1 through 5. This back here, yeah, it's my 3rd grade report card. Yeah, I think it speaks for itself. Oh, this here, that's my grandmother. She died in the 80s. That's why it says, I ain't afraid of no ghost. Thanks. 5 claps. I'll take that. Dude, you're so lazy. You're like, I'll give it to him. You're just chilling there, dude. You gonna do a hate crime later? What's that getup you got going on? Right? Check him out, dude. Let's watch some comedy and then kick the shit out of someone. That's cool. I was back home. My mother loves that show, The Voice. You guys watch that show? It's weird, man. It's a good show, but I don't understand why the singers feel the need to show us the notes while they're singing mid-song. Like this one woman, she's like, "You're so beautiful in every single way. Words can bring me down. Whoa, 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 yeah, whoa, 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 yeah, whoa, 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 yeah, whoa, 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 yeah, whoa, 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 yeah." Oh. Thank you. Don't applaud that. You guys watch that show, Hoarders? It's a weird show, right? Show, man. I'm celebrating today 4 years sober. Thank you. It's awful. But I don't understand this show, Hoarders. For those of you guys who haven't seen it, it's about these people that hoard a lot of crap. But then they bring in this psychiatrist to work a 12-step program with them. I'm in AA, we work a 12-step program. In Hoarders, shouldn't it be 2 steps? You pick it up and then you fucking throw it out? It's not a disease if an empty bag can cure it, sir. That's what I'm saying. Every time I go home, I love to go to my favorite Chinese food restaurant. I'm going to keep this set and record it later. Hey. Here's the thing about Chinese food. It doesn't matter what state you're in, Jersey, California. It is always the same when you order takeout. They are so nice to you when they take the order, but so mean to their own. I walked in, I was like, "Hey man, can I get some chicken broccoli, fried rice, a mic that works?" You don't have those? And he was like, "Oh yeah, chicken, broccoli, fried rice. Okay, that's a good order. It's a good order. I throw in some crispy noodle for you. I like the way you dress. Your T-shirt says Thug Life. How ironic. Okay, hold on. Let me get that for you. Hold on. Okay." Chengao! Then you're like, "Oh my God, I forgot to order Coke. He's gonna kill him." He's gonna kill him. By the way, I did a mic switch back there. Did you see that move? Huh? You see it? Set it up perfectly. They were over there going, "Darren. That means I gotta wrap it up, I think. Oh, hey, okay, you guys, I have this like superpower. Yeah. It's like, well, it's not like a superpower. I can't like Ben Steele, but my superpower is I pee next to really famous people. I've been here 10 years and I have peed next to some famous people. Like intimate peeing, like stall next to stall. I'll give you a short list of dudes. George Clooney. Yeah, Robert Redford. Yeah, Rosie O'Donnell. Couple of dudes. And most recently, I peed next to David Caruso. Everyone knows who that is, guys. A CSI actor / creepy guy. So let me set it. So it was like a 2-urinal. So I'm there, and all of a sudden he walks in. I'm like, "Oh my God, my gifted superpower is amazing. This is unbelievable, fuckers." So I look at him and I go, "Hey man, I like your show." And he's like next to me, he goes, "Thanks, guy." I was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe how creepy he is. And I can't believe his outside voice sounds like my inside voice." So as I'm at the door, I'm like, hey, man, seriously, kudos to you. At the urinal, he goes, hey, guy, come here a second. I was like, am I about to blow David Caruso? In my head, I'm like, well, I jerk him off for a guest spot. I haven't paid my SAG dues in like 2 years. And as I get next to him, he starts to pull out his wallet. I'm like, okay, if he pulls out a condom, it's go time. Right. So, you ready for what he handed me? He goes, here you go, guy. It's a fucking headshot of himself. And he pre-signs them and laminates them. He had no cash, like 75. He could barely get it out. He's like, oh, there you go. So I blew Caruso. That's gross. I recently read today that Jack Nicholson, you ready for this? He's he's dating this 28-year-old model because she's got an old soul. I think what Jack really meant was young vagina. Guys, have you ever gone out to the bar and been like, yo, Jimmy, check out the girl over there. Who, the blonde? No, the other one. Wow, the brunette? No. The one with the old soul. Oh, I got it. Get it. This is what I do when I go to clubs. Yeah, fucking yeah. And I'm not even on ecstasy. I just fucking do it until I get kicked out. Old soul, that's kind of gross, right? It's better than a young soul and an old vagina. Doesn't that kind of sound like a rock country song? You guys want to help me out with this one? Can you? She got a young soul in an old vagina. Figured it out when I got behind her. Put a board in my butt, I won't fall inside her. Oh, she got a young soul and an old vagina. Bigger than both Carolinas or a whole dug out by miners. You got a young soul and an old vagina. You got a young soul and an old vagina. You guys ready to start the show? Yeah. You guys are an amazing crowd. Thank you for coming out. It's great to come out to crowds like this. This next guy, you can see him weekly at Improv Olympic West. He's in an award-winning show called Top Show Weekly. You guys can applaud that. Yeah. And he just got back from San Francisco, where he did sold-out shows to a Sketch Fest. Put your hands together for the very funny Matt Harris, everybody. Cool like that. He's 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 cool like that.
All right, yeah. Thank you guys for coming out. Good to see you all here. So yes, my name is Matt Harris, and as you can see, I'm what the media refers to as a non-threatening black guy. So, thank you. Yes, true. Yes, it's so true. He is. Yeah. And it's not like it's a bad thing to be, but it's kind of emasculating. You know, like I want to be down with the struggle. You know. There's something it's bad, but there's something that's really empowering about scaring white people. And I just don't. I don't, even with my hoodie on. You see this? Like I'm trying to be down with the struggle. Like, you guys heard about the whole hoodie debacle, right? Yeah. I don't look like I'm looking for trouble. I look like I'm lost on the way to the Gap. You know? Like, do you realize the louder and angrier I get, the more I sound like Obama? That's just the way my voice is. Like, if someone starts trouble with me in the parking lot, it's just going to be like, what? Well, goddamn it, then bring it on. Look, I'll take on all you at the same time, and we can go one-on-one. Making a difference to me. That's right, keep walking, bitch, because you don't know. No, I'm a little too old for street fighting now. I'm 32 now. Yeah, any 30s in there? Woo! 30s, yes. Just a festival of debt and unexplainable joint pain. That's what that is. That is the life. You know, 32 is not old, but I've been noticing, like, I'm having old thoughts. Like this thought came to me the other day, and it kind of startled me. I thought at some point in my life, I'm actually going to hear this question. I'm going to hear, Grandpa, what was it like in the 1990s? And I realized I'm going to sound just as crazy to my grandkids as old people sound to me. Because do you ever, like, talk to an old person and ask them what they used to do for fun? It's fucked up. Just bleak and depressing. Like, Granddad, what did you used to do? He's like, oh, we used to play chase a stick. Somebody throw a stick, we'd chase it. Hours of fun. But I'm not going to be any better, you know. My kids will be like, Granddad, what did you do? And I'll be like, oh, well, you know, it was 1995. And me and your grandma would do the Humpty Dance. First you limp to the side like your leg was broken. Shaking and twitching, kind of like you was smoking. The Humpty Dance. No, but I feel youthful, right? They say you're only as old as you feel, so I got a lot of youthful things still going on about me, you know? For example, I have the same amount of money that I did when I was 8 years old, so that's good. Right? Any broke people in the house? Broke people here tonight? Yeah! But wait, I don't mean like, oh, I can't buy an iPad, this month broke. Like, I mean like, oh, okay, wait, here, broke test for people in the crowd right now. Okay, have you ever used your credit card and then been surprised when it cleared? People, yeah? That happened to me at a parking meter, okay? I was excited, too. I was like, approved, yes! Your face, American Express. No, but I do. I got my health insurance is about to run out, and I'm trying to stay healthy. And it doesn't really work when it runs out, right? You're just kind of screwed. But no, I went to the doctor because I'm trying to just get it all done. I got a physical, and they said that I have to come back and get a prostate exam. And yeah, I know, right? But I'm not scared. I'm disappointed. But I'll explain myself. It's 2012. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, we have reached modern medical miracles where now they can replace a limb. If you lose it, they can replace organs. They can put a jelly on your body and get a machine, see everything that's going on in there. All that. And the only medical way that they have to check a man's prostate is to put a finger in his ass. There's some sort of chasm that's been leaped here that I'm not okay with, you know. And I'm not trying to say like, oh, boo-hoo, men, we have it so tough. Because ladies, I know that your physical is not the best thing in the world either. Because it's humiliating. It's like you got to strip from the waist down. You got to put your legs in stirrups and be all splayed out. You know what I mean? They're bringing in forceps with hand cranks. Like, it's medieval. Like, it shouldn't even be operated by a doctor. They should call in a hunchback with an eye patch. Renfield, bring me the device. He's, yes, master, yes, master. Master, let us open the crevice and find what secrets it hides. So I imagine it, I don't know. But at least you get tools. At least they have acknowledged this is a medical procedure. There should be some toolery involved. You know what we get? We get just some old man looks you in the face and says, put your elbows on the table. What? Put your elbows on the table. Shit. Because at this point, you don't even feel like a patient. You just feel like some drunk guy's hooker. Just put your elbows on the table, honey. You feel like first year Hollywood. You're like, everyone had to do this, right? This is good for me? Okay. So I've got a plan. And just a disclaimer about me, sexually, I'm not into butt stuff. Like, no, I don't judge if you are. I'm just not. But my plan is this: when I go in to get my special exam, I'm gonna jerk off, and I don't care, because this is my rationale. I gotta pay a couple of hundreds of dollars a month in health insurance, and then I gotta pay $40 again just to go there and have a guy put his hand in my ass. I'm gonna bust a nut. And I don't care, and not even all tentative, like, no, I'll be like a man. Like, I'm gonna step in there and be like, yeah, doc, get it. Get it, doc, find it. I don't care what you got, I'm paying good money here, goddammit. Then when I finish up, I'm not even gonna take my copay out to the front desk like a gentleman. No, I'm just gonna take 2 crumpled up 20s out of my pocket, throw them on the examination table. I'll say something real classy to him, too. Just now clean yourself up. You guys have been great. Thank you.
Matt Harris, everyone. Are we having a good time? You guys are absolutely amazing. All right, you ready for your next comedian? She gave me a dissertation, so here we go. She's a recent transplant from NYC. Yeah, that's great. Regular contributor for CBS Radio and has appeared on the Howard Stern Show, the Miss America pageant. She's the host of Whimsy, a night of musical comedy every second Wednesday of every month at the Improv Lab. Everybody, put your hands funny. Hands funny? That's what you do. If you know how to put your hands funny, then do that for me. Put your hands together for the very funny Scout DURWOOD, everyone.
To be here tonight, guys. Yeah. Lots going on in politics right now. So much. And I thought maybe some of you guys have been really busy, you know, doing your thing. And maybe you're missing some of it. So I wrote a little song called The Republican Primaries. The musical. So I thought I'd sing it now. If you guys aren't like super busy. Yeah, okay, we'll do this song. Sing along if you know the words, which would like be a little awkward because I'm not famous yet. But if you know the words, just chime on in. And if you don't, maybe you'll learn something. Yeah? Okay. Republican primaries, the musical. 1, 2, 3. I don't believe in evolution. Don't get me started on pollution. Just grab a cup of tea and join the revolution. Oh, boys and girls, don't get too close. Save room for Jesus and the Holy Ghost. Cause if you kiss each other, you'll get AIDS. Abstinence only. Work for the Palins, right? 2, 3, 4. Dinosaurs aren't fact, they're fiction. Liberals can quit their bitching. Scientists don't stop me, I am on a mission. Oh, we don't need no minimum wage. Just read the Bible every page. It says if you watch The Lion King, you'll get AIDS. AIDS, man, yeah, Bobby needs. See what AIDS. 2, 3, support state rights, both wide and varied. The federal government has overcarried, unless they're trying to stop the gays from getting married. Oh, life begins before conception. Blame the liberals for the recession. And if you touch a stem cell, you'll get AIDS. Break it down now. You say senseless, we say senseless, senseless, senseless. EPA, we say no way that CO2 is good for you. Intelligent design sure sounds fine. Kill Terry Shriver, she was fine though. Vaccinations for HPV, turn your kids into a Riri. Don't tax the poor, don't tax the rich. Mexican immigrants are making me itch. And if you are a Muslim, you'll get AIDS. And if you are a sinner, you'll get AIDS. That's science. If Jesus doesn't love you, you'll get AIDS. Thank you. Yes. Yes, my friends, we are knee-deep in the middle of a recession. And it's like, we can't even afford the whole word. We have to breathe. And I recently did something I never thought I would do, but you get desperate enough and you live in Hollywood, you know, you move here reeking of ambition and cheap wine, you know. 10 minutes later, it's like Bud Light and regret. So I did something I never thought I'd do. I worked at a strip club. Just for the, yeah, thank you so much. Everyone else was like, honey, I don't know what that would look like on the inside. A strip club. But I did, I went in there, it was so awkward, and I just didn't know what I was doing, and kind of like walked up, awkward as you please, and just grabbed the mic and was like, you know, like, ugh. Hey guys, what are you doing here? Don't you have daughters? So totally weird for me. I recently gave up drinking, not for goodsies, just kind of tapping the brakes. You know, who knows if they're there. No idea on that one. But and one of the things that happens when you stop drinking is you stop eating junk food. Because when you're drunk, you're like, put that inside of me! But when you're sober, you're like, ugh, which is also your dating life when you're drinking. Like so not aware of calories or whatever. My friend Caroline is like she's smart and she's an adult. She like recently found out she was pregnant 2 months into the pregnancy. And I was like, that's impressive. Because if I found out I was pregnant 2 months into the pregnancy, I would give birth to a developmentally delayed bottle of red wine. But she didn't. She's like, do you have any idea how many calories are in French fries? And I was like, no, I don't know. I like encourage my inner child for a living, okay? I am semi-professionally fucking hilarious. So no, I don't know how many calories are in French fries. Yeah. And I'm getting older, so I should know these things, right? Like at some point, I gotta kick into real world, and but I'm not. And I was recently at this screening, and this girl came up to me, we were chatting, like no homo, but we were chatting. And she's like, how old are you? And I was like, oh, and I thought I'd be funny, and I was like making fun. I was like, oh, I'm like 100, you know? And she's like, no, seriously, how old are you? And I was like, I'm so not that old. I'm like 28. She's like, oh, I'm 21, so. It's like super old compared to me. And I paused and then just took my like shriveled witch-like hand, just cupped it over hers and was like, sweetheart, I hope you age poorly. You know, but it's not our fault because you have so much hope when you're a kid. When I was a kid, I had to take an IQ test to test out of normal school. I had to go to creative kids school. It's like backfired, Mom. Pay attention to your middle children, otherwise. What's up, middle children? Rock on. And I took an IQ test, and they showed me like a picture of like a glass with like a line in the middle, right? We know where this is going. And they said, hey, little scout, is this glass half empty or half full? And I was like, well, it is all the way full. Half with milk and half with air. Right? What the fuck happened to that? Like, I invented half the glass and filled the rest of it with life-giving milk. And now I'm like, if that glass isn't mostly filled with whiskey, I don't give a shit. And then Caroline's like, do you have any idea how many calories are in whiskey? And I'm like, how do you get invited anywhere, Caroline? Who keeps inviting you? I don't want to brag, but I happen to be a lady who dates ladies. Yeah. I like to call it the gift that keeps on giving. People are like, oh, it must be hard to be gay. And you're like, no, it's not at all. All you do is go to college. Everything else works so fine. We do have kind of like our own little set of challenges, though. I was like driving with my mom. We were in the car and we were lost. And she's like, go straight. And I was like, stop telling me how to live my life, woman. Thanks, guys. Thanks. Yeah, and I recently went through a breakup, and it was very weird. And my ex was like the perfect girl. Like, you know how you hated her in high school? I dated her in real life. And we were walking down the street, like hand in hand, and we had just seen a play about this kind of like doofy guy who's like bad with women. And I like related to that. I'm not gonna, this is shocking, but I was awkward once upon a every day. And and I'm getting madder and madder at this beautiful statuesque blonde woman who grew up in New York City. And I'm just looking at her, and we're walking down the street after play, holding hands. She's like, Scott, I feel like if we ever broke up, it would be because... And I just threw her hand down and was like, I will tell you why we're going to break up. She was like, what? Where is this coming from? And I was like, we are going to break up. Okay, we are going to break up because you grew up in a cool island of Manhattan, and I grew up in Kansas, which is a state that feels so about evolution, okay? We are going to break up because you had a cool Italian boyfriend, and you gave him blowjobs in high school, and I dated a one-eyed Christian fundamentalist named Winky Toby, okay? We are going to break up because... And she's like, Scott, I think you might be afraid of your own happiness here. And I was like, I'm not afraid of happiness. You know what? I will tell you what I'm afraid. I'm not afraid of happiness. I'm afraid of a penis. You know why? Because if you touch it weird, it spits at you, and that's not part of the deal I signed up for. And as we were doing this homeless guy walked by us and was like, crack a dykes. And we realized there was already enough hatred in the world, and we didn't need to hate each other. And then 6 months later, she left me for a 24-year-old investment banker named Amanda. Yeah, sad. But I'm not super down about it, guys, because I've re-fallen in love, and I'm super excited about it. I'm hoping that this woman someday knows my name, too. Whatever, details, schmeetails. For now, I'm pretty excited about it. I wrote her a little song. Hopefully it'll make its way to her. You may know her. She's kind of famous. She goes by the name of Penelope Cruz. The ukulele solo. 2, 3, 4, Spanish enchantress, vanilla sky. Pedro is your fella, but I heard you were bi, and I want you. Ooh, ooh. Yes, I do. Tuck-a-tuck, tuck-a-tuck. Volver, whatevs. Your English is broken, your syntax is wrong, but you could read the phone book and you'd still turn me on. You're like, I like to think the cat in barley the word, but if you do the beer, the paper is amazing, I'm the baker. It's like a way, the baby is mad at me. What did you say? But Penelope Cruz can't understand a word you say, but I want you, oh, you better Volver if you go away. Vicky, Cristina, Barcelona, come that way. Hey, 1, 2, 3. Espanol, you didn't suck when I saw you in Blow, but what you said to Johnny Depp, well, I don't know. You were like, what are we going to do? How are we going to leave? How can you cheat? Just answer my question. Ha! Sahara got thicker, they lasted a day, and you didn't stay with Tom Cruise, 'cause I know you're both gay. That's okay. You're just Penelope Cruz. Because I'm worth it. L'Oreal. Well, I'm worth it too. What did you say? Penelope Cruz. Forget those words that you can't say, 'cause I want you. Oh, you better Volver. I know you swing my way. Vicky, Cristina, Barcelona, come and play. Yes, come on, para mi dad. And you can love it, and you can love it, you can love it, quiero Taco Bell. Penelope Cruz. Thank you guys so much.
DURWOOD, huh, guys? Are you guys ready for your headliner? I've had the pleasure of performing with this guy all over town. He's amazing, right? He was a 2-time finalist at the Boston Comedy Festival. You've seen him on hit TV shows, Always Sunny in Philadelphia, Better Off Ted, Scrubs. Are you guys ready for your headliner? Put your hands together for the very funny Harrington!
Keep going. 30 minutes of this shit. Woo! Give it up for LMNOP, motherfucker. Very excited to be here. This is fun. Thank you for coming out. Psyched as I was driving here. Passed by this billboard. It's down the road a little bit. For Jurassic Park The Ride at Universal Studios. I don't know if you guys have seen that. It says, Jurassic Park The Ride, now wetter than ever. Drove by that sign, I was thinking, man, I want to fuck that ride. So I knew it was going to be a good night. First joke down! First joke down. Thought you guys were gonna come in. Let's go. Let me look stupid. It's called an acapella Running Man. I don't know if you've ever seen it. Was shopping the other day down at that fancy mall. Welcome. Fancy mall down in Santa Monica. I don't know if you guys have been there. It's kind of new. It's at the end of the outside mall. It replaced the older mall. It's actually on top of a newer mall they're building underground. For the apocalypse. So that when the end of days happens, we can shop at Hot Topics and Aeropostale. Anyways, it's a cool mall. It's got a lot of everything. And they actually have like a dance club at the mall, which is awesome because I walked by, I was there at like Tuesday, 3 p.m. I walked by this darkly lit place with music pumping. It was like, I'm like, fuck it, I deserve this. I needed a break. I walk in, somebody like greets me with a drink, complimentary beverage. I was like, yeah. See people kind of grooving, kind of moving to the music, you know, dark lit is nice. And then I started to notice some of the photographs on the wall, some of the artwork was pretty provocative of different men and women, mostly men, kind of scantily clad, various poses. Got a little suspicious, but you know, so I was dancing. And then this guy comes up to me, puts his hand on my shoulder and says, welcome to Abercrombie & Fitch, how may I help you? That is a fucking gay rave, that place. I was looking in the jeans section in the corner and there was a dick through the wall. There was a fucking glory hole in the 3432s. I kept walking and I turned the corner to the other section. I saw a mannequin just like this. And then I kept walking and I noticed he was jerking off another mannequin. Mannequins weren't looking at each other. That's what disturbed me the most. It wasn't intimate. It was crazy. I went for a sweater and I left with 10 pills of ecstasy. It was cool though. The promenade's fun. All the bike cops on the promenade. That's the best. These bike cops just, you know, dressed in pleated khaki shorts, tight-fitting shirts, riding atop matching Schwinn bicycles. We supposed to respect and fear these guys? Looks like their mothers dressed them before, you know, the first day of 3rd grade, got them ready for school. Hey, Skippy, got your uniform for you just like you like it on your bed, all pressed and nicely laid out. Thanks, Mom. But it's Officer Skippy. We went over that. Sorry, Officer Skippy. I'm so proud. I even shine your little badge and put your belt through the belt loops like you like it. Thanks, Mom. Oh, remember, Skippy, it's wear your helmet. It's the law. I know, Mom. I'm a police officer, remember? I enforce the law. Now, if you will excuse me, I'm going to catch some bad guys. Bye, Mom. Anytime I see those guys like riding down the street in groups of like 3 or 4 in formation, I always feel like they're gonna break out into some sort of like rock musical at any moment. Just like, fum 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 fum, we patrol the streets for drugs and crime. We can adjust our seats at the drop of a dime. We're bike cops. Whoa, we didn't do too well on a police exam, but we can pop a wheelie and ride with no hands. We're bike cops. Whoa. If you run from us, we'll just pedal faster. If you hop in a car, well then you're a bastard and we'll get you eventually. We're bike cops! Yeah! Woo! Yeah! Fuck yeah! I've never done that joke with a band before. Got a little excited. I don't know, maybe they have the right idea, because fucking driving sucks. Like, good transition, huh? This guy knows. No, I mean, yeah, maybe ride a bike everywhere. I was like, driving fucking is so annoying. I was at a stoplight the other day, second in line, first person in front of me, red light, where that person's only job is to watch that light turn green and then go when the light turns fucking green. I always get behind the person who has decided to do everything in their life during that red light. It's like, well, I gotta send Margaret a text because she needs the sizes for that dress, so that's... Oh, you know what? I forgot to set my presets on my radio. Stupid. Soft rock should be before slow jams, because I go to work in the morning, I like soft rock in the morning. When I get off work, I like slow jam. Oh, sorry, somebody beep. Like, that's what the fucking horn is for. I love the horn, because it's just very direct. Bam! You cut out all the bullshit. A well-placed honk. I've started to use the horn in my non-car life. Like, I had to go inside a bank the other day, which was bullshit in and of itself. I was standing in line, and the person in front of me didn't see that teller number 6 was open. So rather than have that kind of awkward exchange, I just went, ha! And she was like, oh, that's good, sorry. It worked. Try it. You gotta mix it up. Driving can get boring too. A little fun thing you can do while you're driving on the freeway. Another thing that happens when you're driving and somebody passes you on the left, because maybe you're going too slow, he passes by you at like 80 miles an hour, giving that disapproving look like, what is that? Everybody does it too. That's the thing. You can't really help it. Like, I don't want to. So next time you feel that happening, feel the person coming up on your left, just put both hands on the wheel and go, ah! And be like, that's a monster. I just cut off a monster. I just cut off a monster on the 405. And that like ruins that person's whole day. That actually works too if you ever fly Southwest and you're sitting while people are boarding. You don't want anybody to sit next to you. Just be in your magazine. Every once in a while, just like, just be like, I'm not sitting in 7B. Honey, let's go to 12B. You'll get the whole row. You'll get the whole row. I kind of want to share something with you. You guys ever get those, like a a voicemail or that's a wrong number. Somebody leaves a voicemail that just was not meant for you. But it's a really long, involved voicemail. No? Good night, everybody. Thank you. No, I got one a while ago, and I saved it. Because, and I haven't done this how many times, but it's just, come on, guys. It's just too brilliant. And, oh, it goes in that way. Okay. I'm going to put this in my pocket for a second. Yeah, there you go. Thanks, Scout. She has fucking man hands. That thing is... Christ. This is my old phone, by the way. I got an iPhone, so don't judge, okay? Don't judge this. My friends used to call this a high school phone. Because, like, it was kind of cool. You know, it's cool with the business partners. Like, yeah, no, I got to send that to my boss because there's a big meeting tomorrow. And then, like, you know what? Like, my boss is such a dick. Like, this is, like, I can't believe he can. Anyways. Okay, so I got this voicemail, and I'm just gonna play it without context, and because it's fun. Okay.
Yes, yes. This is the Chinese chicken company. We have received a phone call order from you for the Chinese Chicken Development Society, and that you would like to become part of us. So we will be sending you a job application form. Yes, yes. So.
Okay, so it was. This is from the Chinese Chicken Company that I applied to. I mean, it may have been when I was fucking wasted. And my friends didn't stop me. I'm like, dude, I'm doing it. I'm calling the Chinese. Don't do it, bro. Don't do it. Fuck you! But then it turns, she kind of like bails a little bit because it's Chinese Chicken Company, and she actually like, sorry, goes from a Chinese Chicken Company to a Chinese Chicken Development Society. Where there's like governors and the fucking like embassies and shit and like conglomerates. Okay. It goes on, okay?
How old are you, and what have you worked for yesterday and the past few days before you wanted to join this Chinese chicken restaurant?
And then it goes back to a restaurant. That's when she bails. She's like, it's a fucking company, a society, then a restaurant. She's losing faith already in herself. I think she senses that she got the wrong number. This is the best part, though. Hold on. She's about to leave the number where I could reach her.
587-642-318. Okay.
In the Chinese chicken world, you only need 9 numbers. That's what's crazy about the Chinese Chicken Development Societies. Don't think I didn't call that number like 17 times. I put it into Google and after the 20 times, it's like, fucking stop. Anyways. I'm never going to lose this. I'm keeping my old phone because of that. Thank you for going that with me. Yes, thank you. A while ago I took an acting class because I was trying to look for a new way to waste $500, and the teacher had us study an animal for our character work. See how an animal moves and sounds, for our character work. Apparently Robert De Niro does this before his films, so it's legit. So I guess for Cape Fear he studied a raving lunatic bird or something. Goodfellas like a dolphin. Anyways, I chose a tiger for mine. We were doing a scene from an NYPD Blue episode. And I was playing a real kind of dick, like Wall Street guy who was accused of killing his wife. So I thought, like, a tiger would work. So anyways, I go to the LA Zoo in mid-August. I don't know if you guys have had the pleasure of going to the LA Zoo in the middle of the summer, but it is a horrible place to go. Holy shit, it's 197 degrees in the shade. The animals, well, at any zoo, really, the animals are really sick to be there, but they are fucking, if the animals all could talk, they'd just be going, "It's so hot! Fuck! Get me out of here!" Even the lions were like, "It's fucking hot!" And they're from Africa. The penguins would be like, "What the fuck am I doing here, motherfucker? What?" That's how penguins talk. I saw Happy Feet. Anyways, but when I got to the tiger enclosure, I was expecting them to be just kind of lazing around, not doing shit, because tigers always don't do shit. They're lazy creatures. But this guy was actually moving around. It was awesome. He was doing like his. So of course I was taking notes for my character. And then it growled. I had never heard a tiger growl before. Has anybody? It's not like a lion growling. It's not like the MGM lion. It's a fucking weird sound. It sounds like a cat. Have a seat. It sounds like a cat, but like times 1,000. It's really strange. So anyways, took notes on that. Brought it back to my scene. Got in the scene. It was like with Sipowicz in the interrogation room. And I remember my climactic line was, "I'm not going to let her destroy everything I've worked for." I wasn't going to let her destroy everything I've worked for. So the scene was going. I was doing all this kind of, but keeping it inside, you know what I mean? Like keeping it on. It was getting heated between me and Sipowicz, you know, going back and forth. And then that moment came where I had to say my line. I was like, "I wasn't going to let her destroy everything I've worked for." Wow. Wow. End scene. Thank you. Yes. Now, it's good. I passed that class. When I'm not, you know, taking classes, doing comedy specials, I work part-time as a substitute for Los Angeles Unified School District. Yes. It's like my survival job, you know. And if you've seen some of the schools I've been to in South LA, it's a wonder I've survived. That's a racist joke. That's a very racist. It's my one racist joke for the night, so. Yeah, no, I mostly at this point do middle school. That's the joke. Good night, everybody. Thank you. No, middle school, it's a crazy, crazy age. It's like, because they're not kids anymore, and they're not yet, you know, grown up, so they're learning how to become assholes. And I hate them. I hate them so much. They're so good at it. And they have so much energy, so much unchecked fucking energy. Like I don't think I had that much energy when I was that age. I think parents are doing different things. There's different techniques now. I think like instead of breakfast in the morning, parents are giving their kids cocaine. Because I'll be sitting in my classroom at 7:55 and I'll hear at the door. So I go to open the door and there's 25 fucking gacked out little people right in front of me like it's a sub! And the sub, it just travels down the line. And they're sweating. Like, why are you sweating? Because I'm 12. And like, and then they get into like, what are we doing today? We're doing a lesson plan. And to them, like, their fix is if we see a movie, you know, like, are we seeing a movie? No. And then they start to bargain like crack addicts, like a scene out of like Boys in the fucking Hood. They're like, "Oh, can we watch a movie?" No. I'll let you have some of my hot Cheetos. No. I'll let you look at my sister's quinceañera pictures. No. It's LA Unified. So I'll suck it. No. Carlos. No. That's inappropriate. And kids that age, they're obsessed with height. Kids, remember that? Like, fucking, they love tall people. They're fucking obsessed with it because tall people are like mythical creatures to them. They're like tall fucking unicorns. Like, because like boys especially, they see potential in it. Like, maybe one day. Literally every class I have with a new group of kids, it is the exact same exchange. I'll be standing at the doorway, and one by one, kids will just walk up to me and go, "Oh, how tall are you, mister?" 6'3". "Ah." "My cousin's 6'2". "How tall are you, mister?" 6'3". "Oh, my dad's 6'5", so maybe. "How tall are you, mister?" 6'3". "Oh, my mom's 7 feet tall." Your mom's 7 feet tall? Doesn't make sense. But it makes me feel powerful. Like, it makes me feel like standing in front of them like, you know, I'm this god, I'm this tall beast. Until one of them inevitably says, "Can you dunk?" No. No, I cannot dunk. And most of the kids I teach in most of the classes are not white, you know, but what I've learned over the years teaching, I've learned one thing, is that they're racist. They're all fucking racist because they all think that white people look alike. They think that I look like every white person they have ever seen in person or on television. They'll be like, "Are you related to Mr. Rothblatt, our math teacher next door? You look like you could be brothers." "Oh, Mr. Rothblatt, you mean the 64-year-old short Jewish balding man with a beard?" "Yeah, we're fucking twins." I've gotten a lot of celebrity lookalikes. Some of them, you know, complimentary, like, "You look like Tony Hawk." I'm like, all right, cool, you know, famous skateboarder. "You look like House." Yep, I do. I do look like House. I got that. It's because of that I was actually House 3 years in a row for Halloween, so thank you, 6th grade class at Emerson Middle School. Thank you very much. Some of them aren't very complimentary. I've gotten many times, "You look like Stuart from Mad TV." For those of you who don't know Stuart from Mad TV, it's an overgrown man playing a character of a hyperactive 8-year-old and semi-retarded 8-year-old, yes. One time, years ago, I got, it was like, "Wait, you look like that actor who come out in Halloween H2O." That was a sequel to Halloween that came out a while ago. I was like, "Oh, I haven't seen it." Yeah, it was also in Freaky Friday." "Jamie Lee Curtis?" "Yeah, you look like Jamie Lee Curtis from the Activia commercial." It's fine. That was my favorite. I have to cover a lot of special ed classes sometimes, and as a sub, that's really hard because you're thrown into a situation you don't know these kids' history. Like, there's kids who are ADD, ADHD, autism, Asperger's, hyperactive, you know, mental disorders, physical ailments, Down syndrome, and some are just fucking stupid. Like, I don't know, so I have to kind of just make it up. The name Asperger's for that disease, by the way, can we... I feel like we should come up with a better name than Asperger's. Because it's a serious, like, kids who have Asperger's have trouble relating to others in social situations, are closed off, are kind of isolated. I don't think the name Asperger's is helping. I have to tell people I have Asperger's. I actually did a little research. Asperger's was discovered by a man named Hans Asperger, who was a scientist in 20th century Austria, who actually had the symptoms of fucking Asperger's. He was isolated, couldn't relate to other kids. Again, I don't think the name helped in that situation. You just picture little Hans walking to school in 20th century Austria like, "Oh, it's so great being in Austria. The hills are so alive, I love it so much. Oh, scheiße, there's Gunther and Rolf. They always make fun of me, don't look at them, keep walking. Hey, Gunther! There's Asperger's! You want fries with your Asperger? Oh, that's good, Rolf. That's good. Yeah, how do you want your Asperger cooked? Medium will kick your Asperger. The dude didn't have a chance. But my mom, I'm single at the moment, and my mom really wants grandkids, like really badly. Everyone she knows has a grandkid. All of her family has grandkids. I have two older brothers, by the way. They don't have kids, so we're just fucking a huge disappointment. My mom used to kind of just say, meet a nice girl, marry her, and have a kid. And now I think she'd be very okay with me meeting a suspect girl, date raping her, and kidnapping the baby. But I'm trying. I've dated a lot of girls. I dated for a while. I dated younger girls, like 23, 24 for a while. That was good. I mean, no, it's good because 23, 24, they're not jaded yet. And what I mean by jaded, I mean is they're not sick of dating comedians. So that's. And dated, older women too, and that's great because but sometimes I get scared that they're a little too ready to settle down, like too ready to have kids. Like they'll tell you, no, everything's great. I don't want to change anything. Like it just the way it is. But then one night you might wake up in the middle of the night and see her sitting at the edge of the bed, naked Indian style, being like, I raped you in your sleep. I think it worked. I can feel life inside of me. I don't know. Maybe that's just my. And that's my fear of commitment manifesting itself. No, but all of us have been all of us have been talking about getting older. Like Matt's like, I'm 32. Scout's like 28. I'm 33. I feel like there's an old guy in the back being like, I fucking hate you kids. But no, getting a little bit older, 33, and like I am feeling it, with the actual things of like muscles and all that shit. Whatever. It's true. I hurt my neck the other day because somebody literally just asked me a question. I was like, what? Ow! Come on! Don't do that! I'm in my 30s. Don't ask me a question. But and also, I can't drink like I used to. I mean, don't get me wrong, I try. But I get just so tired. Like, I used to be able to stay up in my 20s for fucking no reason with my guy friends, and just talk about shit till 5 a.m. My roommates and friends and I used to, years ago, we used to come home from the bars and we would watch scenes from The Insider till 4 a.m. Just like, look at that! That's acting! That is acting! Look at his face! And that would end in start in fake wrestling, then real wrestling. And a broken lamp. But now it's just I get so tired, and I'll try, I'll fight it. If there's a girl or something, I will, I'll get through it. But generally, even then, if it's between getting a girl's number or going home to my fucking Sealy bed and Tempur-Pedic pillows, 9 times out of 10, my bed's gonna win. I love my pillows so much. Oh my God. I have 2 Tempur-Pedic pillows and 2 regular pillows, and every night it's like a pillow party. I have one in here, I put one in between my legs, I sleep on the other, and the other one's just closed in case something happens. Oh God. I love them so much. It's like my vibrator. That's what it is. But in a clean, I mean, I fuck it. I fuck my pillows, but it's more clean. And even if I do bring a girl over, I won't forget about my pillows. The girl will be here, and I'll finger my pillows. I will just keep them. I'll look at my pillows and be like, I love you. I love you. I'm not forgetting about you. Oh man. I love it. I don't know. But like 33, when my dad was 33, he had done a lot more than I have. Let's put it that way. By the time my dad was 33, he had served in a war. He'd been married 9 years, had 3 beautiful children. A career, lived in a nice house on the end of a dead-end street. I have served in a restaurant. I have 2 roommates. Live in a kind of rundown, rent-controlled apartment. My career is at a dead end, perhaps. I don't know. So there's similarities. No, but I don't know. I think about that as I get older, like, what am I going to tell my grandkids? If I have grandkids. Because, like, you know, speaking of, like, our grandparents' generation, they were the greatest generation. Like, everything they did just seemed fucking awesome. Everything was so classy and romantic and just so well said. Like how a grandfather tells his grandson how he met his spouse. It's always just so classic. Like, come here, Timmy. It's about time you learned how I met your grandmother. It was sometime after the war, and well, a few of the fellas and I had gone to that new gin joint called Swingin' Sammy's. We had been through a lot together. So the boys and I were just about to toast our gin martinis when there I saw her. Across the bar, the most beautiful girl I'd ever seen, with hair as red as a California sunset, and with a face that would make, well, that would make even Rita Hayworth blush. I knew right then I had to marry her, so that summer we were married, and 60 years later, I'm more in love with her than I've ever been. Yeah, clap to that, because that's a story. That is awesome. I'm very nervous what I'm going to tell my grandkids. It's going to be more like, come here, Timmy. For the purposes of the joke, we all talk like that when we get older. It's about time you learned how I met your grandmother. We were in Vegas at my buddy Steve's bachelor party. A few of the fellas and I had just finished blowing lines of cocaine out the 2 lady dancers we just invited to our room to perform various acts of cunnilingus and mutual penetration. We had been through a lot together. So the fellas and I decided to go to that new club on the Strip called Hot and Wet Pussy. When we got there, Akon was blasting through the speakers. We were toasting our Jaeger bomb shots when there I saw her. The sluttiest bitch I'd ever seen. Dressed as whorish as a VH1 reality star and with tits as fake as your robot brother Edward. Your brother's a robot, Timmy. It's about time you knew that. The technology was there years ago and we replaced him. Anyways, I realized that I had to make her my wife, so that summer we were married, and 5 years later, I found out she was fucking my buddy Steve, and she left me and took me for everything I had. That's why we're in the desert, Timmy, in this trailer. This post-apocalyptic desert. But thank God you can still shop at Hot Topics in Aeropostale, just down the street. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, guys. I'm Adam Harrington. You guys are awesome. Yeah!
Hey! One more time, Adam Harrington, everybody! Where is he? There he is. Thank you guys for coming out. Did you have a good time tonight? Please tell your friends about us. We're here in 2 weeks. Thank you for supporting live comedy. Keep it going for MLLP. We got a show right after this. You'd like to stick around. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next time. Thanks, everybody.